Yeah. Let's get started. Let's get started with a simple question. Let's start with simple question. Okay. And then we'll cover all the models in arrangement. So I'll give you only how many 30 seconds to solve this question. Or 1 minute. I'll give you 1 minute to solve this question. $39, $28, $27. Okay. 19. Guys, please don't commit calculation mistakes, please. So we have 29, 29. Okay, now we have some unanimous answer coming. 29, 28, 29. So yeah, 39. No, 29th. Okay, last 10 seconds. Yes, guys. So the answer for this question, sorry, let's see. See, majority of the answers are 29. So let's see how to solve these type of questions. Okay. Now 40 students are sitting in a row. So let us consider this to be a row. Okay. So this will be the left end. This will be the right end. So 40 students are sitting in a row. A is 12th from the left end. So I have a question for you guys. Okay. So A is 12th from the left end. Now if A is 12th from the left end, how many students are between left and A? Or how many students are to the left of A? 11. So it's not 28, it's 11 from the left end, guys. So when you have 11 students to the left of A, okay, I can say that A will be 12th from the left end. Ante kada. So for example, if you have one end, so if you have three people, okay, and if you are sitting here, you are called fourth from the end. Okay, now clear. And we need to find the position, A's position from the right hand. So it is given that the total number of students are 40. We have 11 students sitting to the left of A. We have A plus, let me consider we have X students sitting to the right of A. Okay, so 11 students who are sitting to the left of A. We have A, one student, and X should be equal to total number of students, 40. Okay, so X is equal to 40 minus 12, 28. So we have 28 students, okay, sitting to the right of A, isn't it? So what is A's position from the right hand? It will be 29th, guys. So 29, A will be 29th from the right hand. Perfect. So 29 is the right answer. Clear? Any doubts? This is a basic question, isn't it? Yeah. Now coming to the second question. So again, I'll give you 1 minute. So we have our answers incoming. We have 23, 22, 20. Now unanimous answers. 22. We have 23 also. Okay, you have changed your answer 22. The last 10 seconds. 23, let's see. 22, 22. మధ్య మధ్యలో 23 ఉన్నాయి. Okay, 22 sir. So more than 100 responses. Yeah. Yes, guys, time's up. Now let's see how to solve these type of questions. Now in a class of 50 students, okay, sitting in a row. So now the total number of students are 50. Now A is 8th from the left hand. So this is left hand, this is right hand. Okay. A is 8th from the left hand. So you will be having 7 people sitting to the left of A, isn't it? And B is 20th from the right hand. B is here. So B is 20th from the right hand. So you will be having 19 people sitting to the right of B. And let us assume that there are X people sitting between A and B. Okay. Now we have total 50 students sitting in the row. Okay. So we have 7 students sitting to the left of A, plus we have A. So 1 person plus X, plus we have B, 1 person, plus the number of students sitting to the right of B is 19. And this should be equal to total number of students sitting in that row, 50. And here you need to find the value of X. See, between A and B, please don't consider A and B. Okay, so that's okay. Those who have replied me as 24, you might have considered A and B also. But here we are talking about the students who are sitting between A and B. So we need to find the value of X. That's it. Okay, so X plus 8 and 20. 28 is equal to 50 and the value of X is 22. So we have 22 students sitting between A and B. Clear, guys? Any doubts? Quick responses. Quick responses, please. Okay, so can I move to next question? The third question of this type. Okay. Yeah, so I will give you 1 minute to solve this. Twenty-one. So we have unanimous answers. 21. 21, sir. 21. Okay. So I have nearly 22. 21. Okay. 21. Yes, guys. Time's up. Okay. Now, okay. So we have more than 100 responses as 21, but the answer is not 21, guys. There is a trap in this question. Okay. The answer is cannot be determined. Let's see why. Okay. So after giving 2 easy questions, okay, in third question there will be a trap, and all of you have fell in the trap. Now let's see. Students in a class are sitting in a row. A is 8th from the left hand. Okay. So this is left. Okay. Left hand. This is right hand. Okay. So A is left 8th from the left hand. So A is here. So we have 7 people sitting to the left of A. And B is 10th from the right, and there are 3 people sitting between A and B. So you have considered 1, 2, 3, 3 people sitting between A and B. You have B here, and B is 10th from the right hand. So you have 9 people sitting to the right of B. So 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 1, 8 plus 10, 18, 18. Okay, so this will be 7 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9, which is equal to 21. Perfect. Okay, this is one case. Okay, There is also one more case where A is seventh from the left hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, eighth from the left hand. So this is A. Okay. Three people sitting between A and B. So B can be to the left of A as well. It's not given that B is to the right of A. So those three people can be these three and B. This is also one possibility, isn't it?
Yeah, मैं दो तीन
Yes or no? Quick responses, guys. This is also a possibility. B can be either to the right of A or to the left of A. It's nowhere mentioned that B will be, yeah, B from right hand. We are given with B's position from the right hand. It is not mentioned that B is to the right of A. It's never mentioned that B is to the right of A. If it is given that B is to the right of A, then you will be considering only this case, isn't it? Now B is 10th from the right hand. So 1, 2, so there should be 9 people to the right of B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you will be having 5 people here. Okay. Now what are the total number of people sitting in that row? It is 12, 14. No, guys. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 plus 5, 13. Then you can go with options. Okay. What if, okay, my bad. What if the options are 21, 13, cannot be determined, and 17? Okay. So whenever you see 21, you will always mark 21 and you will move on. Even if I give you options also, okay, whenever you see option 21, you will mark 21 and you will move on. Okay, but the answer can be 21 or 13. Okay, so the answer is cannot be determined. So I was searching for someone to tell me 13. So 13 is also a possibility, isn't it? So the number of, what are the total number of students sitting in the row? It can be either 21 when B is sitting to the right of here, and it will be 13 when B is sitting to the left of here. Okay, and in arrangements, whenever it is given that, okay, there are two people sitting between A and B, you will be having two possibilities. A dash dash B and B dash dash A. Clear? I hope this is clear. Any doubts, guys? Quick responses. So if you have 21 and 13, then the answer will be cannot be determined. The answer for this question should be cannot be determined. Okay. Now can I move to next question, guys? Yeah. Perfect. So we have 5 questions. So I will give you 6 minutes. We'll discuss this after 6 minutes. Clear? Yeah. So all you have is 6 minutes, guys. The last 2 minutes, guys. So we have like 12 responses yet. Okay. We have a unanimous answer here. Okay. Okay. ASCCE, BACDC. Okay. This is a easy set, right? How many of you consider this to be an easy set? Ah, easy. So last 30 seconds. So we have more than 60 responses till now. Okay. And we have a unanimous answer, BACDC. Now let's see what the answers are. So the answers are perfect, BACDC. But I have some questions for you guys. Now, can I have your attention, please? Yes or no? Quick responses. Can I have your attention, please? Okay. So in this question, yeah. So let's solve this. So in this question, we have 9 people sitting in a row and all are facing north. Okay. So what is the importance of this statement? Facing north. Why is that mentioned? You can unmute yourself and you can speak. What is the importance of that statement? Left
telling right and left of the numbers and letters.
members to know left and right. Okay. We can decide left and right. Okay. Okay. So the main importance of this statement is when you have every person facing the same direction. Okay. When we have every person facing the same direction, the left and right are same for everyone. Okay. For example, let us consider A facing this direction and B facing this direction. Okay. So if A is facing this direction, then this will be left. I will be considering my left. A is facing into the screen and this will be right. Okay. And if B is facing opposite direction, so for B, okay, you can turn to your opposite direction and you can determine which this will be left and this will be right. Okay. So the point behind mentioning that everyone are facing north is, okay, left will be left hand side for everyone and right will be right hand side for everyone. So that's the logic behind mentioning that in the question. So we have 9 people, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I facing in a row. So we have 9 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So all are facing north. Now I will consider this to be north. Okay. So when this is north, this will be their left and this will be their right. Okay, so now they are facing into the screen. Okay, now we are given with additional statements. It is known that C sits exactly in the middle, and okay. So I expect that you have gone through all these statements. Now, with which statement should I start this set? With which statement? Why am I starting with first statement? What's the reason behind C is in the, so C is exactly in the middle. So what is the exact middle seat? Okay, in a line of 9 places, fifth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C. Okay, C sits exactly in the middle and there is no position to the right of I. So what is the meaning of that sentence? There is no position to the right of I. So what is it telling us? That
I is right.
perfect. I
I is
is
to the extreme
at
right.
the extreme right hand. Okay, why am I starting my solution with this statement? Because if I use this statement, I am getting two definite positions of C and I. Now I have definite positions of C and I. Now which statement should I consider now? Which statement should I consider now? Sixth, okay, let me number this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Last but one. C is not sitting adjacent to either C or I. So if I consider that, okay, D cannot sit here, D cannot sit here, D cannot sit here, isn't it? If I consider sixth statement, D is not sitting adjacent to either C or I. Why am I considering sixth statement now? Because we already have positions of C and I, isn't it? Why am I considering sixth statement? Okay, because we have already defined the positions of C and I. So I will be looking at the clues where there is a mention of C and I, C or I. Okay, in sixth statement, it is given that D is not sitting adjacent to either C or I. Okay, so D cannot sit here, D cannot sit here, D cannot sit here. What is the meaning of sitting adjacent? Sitting next or neighbor. Okay, sitting next or neighbor or adjacent. It means the same. Okay, that is they are sitting in two consecutive places. Okay, so D cannot be adjacent to C, D cannot be adjacent to C, so D cannot sit in these two places, and D cannot sit adjacent to I. Now, which statement should I consider now?
Second step.
Second statement, isn't it? Now we have some clue relating to D. Okay, now let us look for the statements where there is a mention of D. D is fourth to the right of F. Okay, so if F is here facing north, okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will be having D here. Antena? Or 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which is correct? First one or second one?
First one.
If I say D is fourth to the right of F, is it first one or second one?
First one.
First one.
First one. Perfect. Okay. So this is the arrangement of this is when you say that D is fifth to the right of F, or there are four persons sitting between F and D. So many students commit this mistake in the exam. Please don't do that. Fourth to the right of means that this is first to the right of F, third, and fourth. So if it is given that D is fourth to the right of F, okay, so D is sitting four places away to the right of F. Now if D is sitting fourth to the right of F, what is F's? What is F's position with respect to D?
Four positions left.
Fourth to the left, isn't it? So if I say that D is fourth to the right of F, I can also rephrase that statement as, okay, with respect to D, this is first to the left. Okay, and this is right, isn't it? So this is first, second, third, fourth. Now I can say that F is fourth to the left of D. Okay. Now I have a question for you guys. Now, can we have D here?
No.
Can we have D at the extreme left end?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Okay, because I can say that there should be minimum 4 places to the left of D. Not be at the extreme left hand. Can we have D here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Can we have D here? No.
Sir.
Because if we have D here, we do not have a determined place for F. Okay. So what is the only place where we can accommodate D? This one.
Third from right.
Third from right, or seventh from the left. Clear, guys? Any doubts? Quick responses. Any doubts? Anyone? Quick responses, please. If you do not have any doubts, please type N in the chat box. No doubts. Okay. Now we have the positions of C, D, and I. Now let's check for the statements where there is a mention of D and I. Now, if D is here, we can determine F's place, isn't it? F is fourth to the left of D. So first, second, third, fourth. F is here. Now we have the position of F also. Yes. Now who are we left with? Now which statement should I consider?
Fourth step.
E is neighbor of D, but not of C. Okay. Yeah. So E is a neighbor of C. Sorry, E is a neighbor of D. So E can sit here adjacent to D to his left or to his right. But it is also given that E is not a neighbor of C. So this is not possible. Okay. So you cannot have E sitting here. Okay. Now we have positions of E also. Now which statement should I consider?
Third statement.
Third statement, isn't it? G and H are sitting next to each other. Okay, so that means that G and H are sitting in two consecutive places. So where do we have two consecutive places? Here, the first two.
1 and 2
1 and
from
2.
left.
Okay, so we will be having two possibilities, isn't it? Either it can be GH or HG. We do not know who's sitting at the first place, isn't it? G and H are sitting next to each other. We do not know the order. It can be either G or GH or HG. So we will be having two cases. Yes. Now H does not sit at extreme end, so this can be eliminated. Okay, and A is second to the right of A. A will be sitting here and out B, isn't it? So B will be here, and this completes the final arrangement of these 9 people. Clear, guys? Any doubts? Quick responses, please. Okay, so the problem with arrangements is, okay, yeah. Once explain which statement, no. Which case do you want me to explain? Statement 2. Okay. Guys, just 1 minute. It is given that D is fourth to the right of F. So if you have F here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. D will be here. Okay, I can also rephrase this statement as F is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth to the left of D. Yes, two people, students ask me that. Okay. Say that there should be 4 persons, at least 4 persons sitting to the left of D. Yes or no? Ramya. So with this statement, can I say that there will be at least at least 4 students sitting to the left of D? So D cannot sit here at the extreme end. D cannot sit here. D cannot sit here, and D cannot sit here. Okay, and it is also given that D is not a neighbor of C and D is not a neighbor of I. Okay, so D has to sit in this place. That's how we have defined the place of D. Clear? Okay. Go to next question. Yes, guys, please remember this. If I give you any arrangement question and with no time limit, you will be able to solve that. But in your exam, you will be under time limit. There will be a time constant, isn't it? So you need to consider those clues. Okay, you need to proceed in that way such that you will be solving the set in the least possible time. Okay, clear? Guys, can I move to next question? Quick responses. Yeah. So the logic is simple, guys. You need to consider those cues which will give us the least number of possible cases. Okay. So 4 questions. I'll give you 6 minutes. We'll discuss this after 6 minutes. Okay. So we have to first consider those statements. So here I have considered statement 1 because that will give us the definite positions of C and I. Now I will be checking the statements where there is a mention of either C or I. Okay, then I will use that statement. Then again, I will use the statement where there is a mention of D and so on. Okay, so I will be building my arrangement one by one. Yeah. So did I answer your question? Someone asked me this, how to consider the statements. Yes, okay. Here I'm expecting a question from you. So now let us say, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let these places be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what are the diagonally opposite places here?
110,
Okay. 1, 10 and
5, 6.
5, 6.
5, 6. 1 and 10 and 5 and 6. Perfect. So how will you determine diagonal? What are diagonally opposite places? Close this. This will form a rectangle. And how to draw diagonals of rectangle? This one. This will be one diagonal and this will be one diagonal. So 1 and 10 are called diagonally opposite places. Okay. Same 5 and 6 are also called diagonally opposite places. So 1 comma 10 and 5 comma 6. That's it. 2837. No, they are not diagonally opposite. 2837 are not diagonally opposite places. How can they be diagonally opposite places? So only we will be having two diagonally opposite places, 110 and 5, 6. Okay. So some are sending me the arrangement, some are sending me the answers. Okay. Yes, guys, time's up. Now, do we have anyone who need extra time? Or shall we solve this together? Shall we discuss this or? Yeah, chalo. Let's solve this together. Okay, perfect. So the answers are BD, BA. Now let's see. Now in this question, we have a total of 10 people. 5 men and 5 women are sitting in two parallel lines. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 facing each other. So facing each other. So the everyone are exactly opposite to the other person. Okay, so we have 5 men. So A, B, C, D, E are men. Okay, and M and O, P, Q are women. Okay, so M and O, P, Q are women. Now men are facing south. So let me consider this as north. So I'll be considering this as north. Okay, so women are sitting in these 5 places facing north, and the men are sitting in these 5 places facing south. Clear? Clear, guys? Now B, who is just next to the left of D, is opposite Q. C and N are diagonally opposite to each other. E is opposite O, who is just next to M. P is opposite D, M is at one end of the line, A is not adjacent to D. So these are the additional statements that we are given with. Okay, which statement should I consider first? Which statement should I consider first?
3. M. M is
3 or 2? I won't be considering second.
3.
Either I will be starting this set with either 3 or 6. Either 3 or 6. You can start with. Now let me start with 6. M is sitting in this line. Okay, so we will be having how many? Yeah. So how many possible cases do we have?
2 gives.
See, how can we decide? See, understand this. M is at one end of the line, isn't it? So we are given with a definite position of M. So if I consider this statement first, you will be getting only 2 cases, because either you can have M here or one more case. You can have M here, only 2 possible cases, isn't it? That's how we decide. Clear? So now M is at one end of the line. Now which statement should I consider now? Now I will be considering the third statement. Okay, C and N are diagonally opposite to each other. N is a female, so N should be here in this line. Okay, so what are diagonal places? This place and this place, or this place and this place. So we already have M here. So in this case, who will be sitting at the extreme right end?
N.
N. Perfect. So N will be here. Okay, in this case, N will be here. Okay, then C will be here. And in this case, C will be here. Guys, the only catch in this problem is, for those who are facing north, this and this will be left. Okay, who are facing north. So this will be right and this will be left. But okay, now if I have to consider the directions of the men, they are facing south. So when they face south, this will be their left and this will be their right. That's the other than this, it is similar to the previous question only. Okay, so we have considered 6 and we have considered 3. Now we have positions of C, M and N. Now which statement should we consider?
4.
4. Why? Because we have a mention of M. M is mentioned in fourth statement, isn't it? So E is opposite O, who is just next to M. So I have a question for you guys. Okay, A is next to B. Okay, next, or A is to the immediate right of B, who is second to the left of C. Now if you are given this statement, now tell me, who is to the second to the left of C? Is it A or B? If the statement is like A is to the immediate right of B, who is to the second to the left of C?
B.
B.
A or B?
B.
So we
sir.
have B.
B, sir.
Perfect. So how do you decide when will we have A and when will it be B? Whenever you are given with, yeah, tell me, ma.
Conjunctive word and is used, then A is.
Perfect. So whenever two statements are joined by who always refers the person immediately before who. Okay, and if the statement is like A is to the immediate right of B and is to the second to the left of C, then N refers to the first person at the beginning of the statement. Okay, so please understand this golden rule. Clear? Okay. So if I consider statement 4, E is opposite to O. Who is just next to M? So who is just next to M? O. Okay. So O should be sitting next to M. So this is the only place. And E is opposite to O. So E will be sitting here. Clear, guys? Any doubts still here? Quick responses. Any doubts? Quick responses, please. Okay. Now which statement should I consider?
2 and 5.
2 and 5. Yeah, if and is given, it refers to the first person. Now I will be considering 5 because we have the places of N, O, and M. So who are the only two females left? P and Q. Okay, and it is given that P, who is just to the left of Q. So P is just to the left of Q. So P and Q are sitting adjacent to each other, and P is to the immediate left of Q. Now we have the positions of Q and P. So it will be only this. Okay. E is opposite to D. So who is opposite to D? Q or P? Who is opposite to D? Perfect. P. P is opposite to D. So we will be having D here. We will be having D here. Okay. Now we have the position of D as well. Now B, who is just next to the left of D, is opposite to Q. Okay. So left, this is left. So B will be here. B is just to the left of D. Okay, this is not right because D is facing opposite direction. So this will be left only. Please don't get confused. Okay, and who is left? A here and A here. Okay, but do we have two possible cases? Or
No.
can we eliminate one case?
Case can be eliminated.
Which case?
Second,
7.
Second case. Why? A is not
7.
adjacent to D. So you cannot have A sitting adjacent to D. So this can be eliminated. So we will be left with only one possible arrangement. That is CEDBA MOPQN. Clear? Any doubts? Quick responses. Any doubts in this question? Quick responses. So we have discussed two models in logical reasoning, sorry, in linear arrangements, where you have everyone sitting. Okay, 1 minute. So in one model, you have everyone sitting facing the same direction. And in this model, you have two rows, two people sitting opposite to each other. Now, this is the third model. Okay, so we have 5 questions. I will give you 6 minutes. We'll discuss this after 6 minutes. Clear, guys? So who is right in front of D? So who is opposite to D? In the previous question, it is who is exactly opposite to D. Guys, if you have any concepts in arrangements, you can please message me. Okay, we'll get it clarified. Okay, because there is a high probability of getting one question from arrangements. Circular seating arrangements. Okay. These are calendars taught to you. Basics of calendars. Quick responses. Is the concept of calendars. So you don't know anything about calendars, sir? Okay, so okay. So you want me to discuss the basic concept of calendars as well. Okay, great. So we need to discuss concepts of calendars. No, they are not phase. See, these 8 people are sitting in the same line. It's not like a previous one. They are not sitting in two rows. They are sitting in a straight line. Okay, such that some are facing north and some are facing south. Okay, so you have 1 more minute, guys. Any answers? Okay, let's see. Now I will. So is this question easy? Statements, and if you can find the what confusing with directions. Okay, but if you can find the clues, the order of the clues that has to be followed, okay, then this is a doable and not a easy question. I don't consider this to be an easy question for CRT. Now, can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention, please? Yeah. So the answers are D, B, A, C, D. Okay. So now in this question, we have 8 persons and they are sitting in a straight line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 people sitting in a straight line. Some are facing north and some are facing south. We do not know who are facing north and who are facing south, or we do not know the number of persons facing north and the number of persons facing south. And we are given with additional 11 statements. We are given with additional 11 statements to determine the positions of these 8 people and the directions that they are facing. Okay, now I will consider this direction to be 1 and this direction to be 2. Clear? Now I assume that you have gone through all these 11 statements. Now, can someone tell me with which statement should I start this set? 11. Perfect. Because 11 gives me a definite position of F. Isn't it? F sits at one of the extreme ends. So how many cases do we have? 2 cases. Perfect. So F can be either at this extreme end or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. F can be at this extreme end, and we have considered statement 11. Now which statement should I consider?
2.
2. Okay. C sits third to the left of. Now, can someone tell me which direction is F facing? Let us consider case 1. Let this be case 1. Let this be case 2. Which direction is F facing? 1 or 2?
2.
2.
South.
It should be.
South.
Okay, we don't
1
know.
side.
See, I don't know which is north or which is south. I can determine which is north and which is south only when I can determine the direction faced by A. That's why I have named these two directions as 1 and 2. Either direction 1 can be north or direction 2 can be north. We don't know yet. Okay, so let's don't talk in north in terms of north and south. Just tell me whether if it's direction 1 or direction 2.
Two.
Can we have F facing direction 1?
No, sir.
No, because C sits third to the left of F. Okay, here when F faces direction 1, you do not have a place, okay, called third to the left of F. So F should be facing direction 2. So this direction. So when F faces this direction, C sits third to the left of F. So 1, 2, and 3. So C will be sitting here. This is in case 1. Now in case 2, which direction will F face? 1 or 2?
1.
1. So F will be facing this direction. Then 1, 2, and 3. C will be sitting here. Guys. But C sits in opposite direction of, then it is right now, sir. Your question 2, F, and 9. I didn't understand your doubt. Okay. So is it clear till here? Any doubts till here? Quick responses. Quick responses, please. Yeah. Clear. Now which statement should I consider? We have considered 2.
3.
Because we have the positions of F and C. Now let's search for the statements where there is a mention of F and C. Okay. E sits third to the right of C. Okay. Can we have C facing this direction? No. So in case 1, what should be the direction that C should face? 1 or 2?
1.
It should be 1. Okay. C should be facing this direction. If C faces this direction, then 1, 2, and 3. E will be sitting here. But we already have F sitting at this place. So that's not possible. Okay. So in case 1, C should be facing direction 1 and E sits third to the right of C. So 1, 2, and 3. So E will be sitting here. Clear? And in case 2, C will be facing direction 2. Okay. Then E is third to the right of C. So 1, 2, and 3. E will be sitting here. Clear? Guys, if you get stuck at any point, just okay, please let me know. Is it clear till here? Yes. Now, which statement should I consider now?
7.
Fourth statement, seventh statement.
7 statement.
Okay. E sits second to the left of G. Okay. So if G is here, E should be here. Or I can say G is 2 places away. Okay. Now if I name these places as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6, this is 7, and this is 8. In case 1, where can we have G?
5.
5.
In 5th place. Only in 5th place. Isn't it? You cannot have G to the right in this direction of E. G should be here. Okay. Now, E sits second to the left of G. So what was the direction that G is facing? 1 or 2?
2. 1.
No, if G faces 1, E will be
2.
second to the
2,
right
sir.
of G. It should be
2.
2. So G will be facing this direction and E is second to the left of G. Okay. Whereas in case 2, G will be here facing direction 1 such that E is second to the left of G. Okay. Clear. Now which statement should I consider?
10th statement.
So we have considered 3 also. Kada? 10th statement. So H faces the same direction as D. We do not have D or we do not have H and we do not have A. So I won't be considering
Fourth statement.
fourth statement.
Direction.
D sits to the immediate right of E. So you will be having 2 cases here. Okay. So no, both the immediate neighbors of C face the same direction. Now I will be considering statement
4 and 5.
6.
4 and 5.
Statement 6. I will be considering statement 6. I can get the definite position of B, isn't it? If I consider statement 6, I will be getting definite position of B.
Sir, A
Yes.
faces the same direction as G. So second one is the
Yeah, so because only one person sits between G and B. So it can be either G dash B or B dash G. You should be having only one person sitting between G and B. Okay. Yeah, 5 is also 5 also can be considered. Isn't it? Now there should be only okay, let's consider 5 first. Okay, let's go with your flow. We'll come to 6 later. Okay, D sits to the immediate right of E and D does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. So D cannot sit here. So D should be sitting here. And in this case, D cannot sit here. D will be sitting here. Now, yeah, can someone tell me what is the direction that E should face? 1 or 2? What is the direction that E is facing?
2, sir.
2, because D is sitting to the immediate right of E. So E should be facing in this direction. Then only you can have D sitting to the immediate right of E. Okay, and in this case, E will be facing this direction such that D is sitting to the immediate right of E. Now you have only one person sitting between G and B. So B will be sitting here. In this case, B will be sitting here. Okay, now now
7.
which statement?
9.
9th.
Statement.
10th statement.
Eighth, sir.
Eighth
Eighth.
statement, isn't it? Eighth statement. Okay, H sits second to the right of D. Okay, this is only possible when D faces this direction and H here, and D faces this direction and H here, and we are only left with A. So A will be sitting here and A will be sitting here. And now we have the positions of these 8 people. Any doubts still here? Quick responses. Now we will be determining their directions also. Okay. Now any question, any doubts still here? Quick responses, please. No. Okay. Now we have the positions of these 8 people. Now let's determine their directions. Okay, no doubts. Now both the immediate neighbors of C face the opposite direction. So who are the neighbors of C? B and G. So G is facing 2. So B should be facing direction 1. So in this case, G is facing 1. So B should be facing direction 2. So we have considered this. Now H faces same direction as D. So H will be facing this direction in this case and this direction in this case. And A faces same direction as G. So A will be facing this direction in this case and this. Now it is given that no, we cannot delete one. You will be having 2 possible cases. Okay. You will be having 2 possible cases. But let's see. Okay. So A is facing north. So in case 1, this is north. No, you can't say that. In first case also you can see I have not determined north and south here. I have told that this is direction 1 and this is direction 2. Direction 1 can be north or 2 can be north. We don't know. So in case 1, direction 2, this is north. So this is north, this is north, and this is north. E are facing north, and this direction will be south. So B, C, D, and H, they will be facing south. Whereas in second case, this direction will be north. So this is north. So A, G, E, and F will be facing north. C, B, D, and H will be facing south. And if you observe, these are equal. If you rotate this by 180 degrees, you will get this case. Yes. So that's why I did not consider this direction as north. I have considered this direction as 1. Okay. Now if we have A facing this direction, then 1 will be north. If we have A facing this direction, then 2 will be north. Okay, but if you observe, the positions of the persons are same. If you rotate this by 180 degrees, you will get this, isn't it? Quick responses. Okay, so the reason behind considering these 2 cases is that to let you know, okay, if you rotate this, you will be getting this. Clear? That's why I have considered 1 and 2 directions, 1 and 2, which I consider to be easy, because north and south does not come into the picture until and unless we determine the direction of A. Okay, otherwise there is a case. Clear, guys? Any doubts in linear arrangements? Quick responses, please, because we have discussed all the 3 models on which the questions can be asked. Can I have quick responses from everyone, so that we can move ahead and start solving questions from circular arrangements? Okay, so did you enjoy linear arrangements? Both the solutions are correct. If you rotate one, you will get the other. Are your concepts clear? Okay. Now, uh, start circular arrangements. So let's start with a simple question. So you have 4 questions. I'll give you 5 minutes. We'll discuss this after 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. And I have a question for you. Before starting this set, which arrangement, which is easy, linear or circular? So the last 30 seconds, guys. Okay, DDCA, DDCA. Okay, DDCA. So we have a unanimous answer. So you are good with basics. I consider you to be good at basics. DDCA. Let's see what the answers are. Yes, guys. Time's up. Okay. So the answers are perfect. DDCA. Great. So we have almost the right answer from everyone. So we have how many persons? 9 persons sitting around a circle and facing the center. Okay. So in linear arrangements, we will be having uh, two directions, either facing north or facing south or facing. Okay. In circular arrangement, how many directions can a person face?
Two.
Towards the
Two.
center and away from
Towards
the
the center and away from the center. Okay. So whenever we are given that, given no persons facing away or towards the center, we can consider towards the center. If it is given that A, B, C, D are sitting around a table, okay, then we can consider that they are facing towards the center. Now in this question, we have 9 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, 9 people sitting around a circle facing the center. So everyone are facing the center. So when everyone are facing the center, so this will be right hand side for everyone, and this will be left hand side for everyone. Okay, so if everyone are facing the center, what is this direction? This is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise will be right hand side and clockwise will be left hand side. When you have people facing away from the center, then clockwise will be right hand side and anti-clockwise will be left hand side. So if you want to remember the rules, you can. Otherwise, determine the direction that they are facing, determine which is left and which is right. Okay, clear? Now here everyone are facing towards the center. Now with which statement should I consider first? The beauty of circular arrangements is, for example, if I consider
This
statement 2, what?
We can start with any statement.
You can start with any statement and you can start with any place. Okay, so B is fourth to the left of G. So I can consider G here, G here, G here, G here, or G here. You can consider it anywhere. The arrangement will not change. The arrangement will remain same. Because if I consider G here, you can also consider G here. If I rotate this by 180 degrees, you will get this, isn't it? So this gives us the freedom to start anywhere in circular arrangement. Okay, so B is fourth to the left of G. So I am considering G here. You can also consider G here. No issues. Okay. Now B is fourth to the left of G. So first, second, third, and fourth. So B will be here, facing the center. Okay. So because of this flexibility of choosing a person anywhere, I consider circular arrangements to be easy than linear arrangements. Okay, because so in circular arrangements, you have a freedom to choose the place of G anywhere. Clear? Yeah. Yeah, I will do the second question. So don't worry. So B is fourth to the left of G. We have considered that. Now, who is second to the right of C? Now, who is second to the right of C? Is it G or B? Quick responses. We have discussed this. It is G. When you have two statements joined by who, it always refers to the person before who. So G is second to the right of C. So what is the position of C with respect to G? What is the position of C with respect to G? See, if it is given that G is second to the right of C, C is second to the left of G, isn't it? Second to the left of G. Perfect. So if G is here, first to the left, second to the left, C will be here. Now we have the positions of B, C, and G. Okay, we are done with statement 2. Now F is fourth to the right of C. So first, second, third, fourth, F will be here facing towards the center. Okay, and second to the right of K. Now in third statement, who is second to the right of K? F or C?
F.
F. Perfect. This also we have discussed. Whenever you have two statements joined by and, it refers to the person at the start of the statement. Okay, so F is second to the left of K. So F is second to the left of K. Now what is the position of K with respect to F? Sorry, F place is wrong. F is fourth to the, okay, sorry, my bad. Fourth to the right, kada? My bad, sorry. So see 1, 2, 3, 4. So F will be here. My bad. Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, so if it is given that F is second to the left of K, what is the position of K with respect to F? Second to the right. I can say that K is second to the right of F. So right 1 and 2. So K is here. So we have considered this. Now A is fourth to the right of K. So K is facing towards the center. Okay. So this will be right 1, 2, 3, and 4. So A will be here. A is fourth. Now D is not immediate neighbor of either K or B. Okay. So D cannot be here and D cannot be here. So the only place left for D is this. Now coming to statement 6. So where do we have E? Is it to the next to K or next to B? Quick responses.
K.
K, yeah? Okay. So we have only two places, isn't it? And we have only two persons left, H and E. H is third to the right of E. Okay. Now let me consider E here. If E is here, H is here. H will be here. Okay. Now what is the position of H with respect to E? H is third to the left of E. So I can say that this arrangement is not. You cannot have E here. Instead, if E is here, then H will be here. So what is the position of H with respect to E? 1, 2, and 3. Third to the right, which is according to the question. Okay, so E will be here and H will be here. And we have considered all the statements, and this will be the final arrangement. Clear, guys? Quick responses, please. Okay. Now coming to second question. In which of the following combination, okay, this is the trap, guys. In which of the following combination is the third person sitting between the second and the first person? So it is EKB. Okay, so as per the question, B should be sitting in between E and K. Do we have that? Do we have B sitting between E and K? No. So this is not the answer. Now, it should be CBH. B sitting in between C and H. Do we have that? No. H sitting between C and B. Okay. AGC. So third person. C should be sitting between A and G. Do we have that? No. A is sitting between C and G. Okay. Whereas in option D, F, D, G. So we should be having D sitting between F and G. Do we have that? Yes. So the answer for this question should be option D. Is it clear now? So someone asked me to explain second question. So who is that? Yeah, clear. Guys, any doubts in this question? Quick responses. So can I move to next question? Yes. So moving ahead. Okay. So before moving ahead, whether okay, I will give you 5 minutes to solve this question. Okay. So we can have any number of people sitting around a octagonal table or a square table or a decagonal table. It doesn't make any difference. This will be same as circular arrangement. Okay, so you have 4 questions. I gave you 5 minutes. Okay, we'll discuss this after 5 minutes. We have discussed in the previous question, Kada, if facing is not mentioned, you can consider them facing towards the center. Okay, if we have anyone facing away from the center, that will be mentioned in the question. Otherwise, you can assume that they are facing towards the center. Yeah, 1.5 more minutes. Okay. So 6 responses yet. So we have one answer. Okay, let's see what the answers are. Yes, guys. Now, can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention, please? Yeah. Okay. So the answers are B, C, A, A. Perfect. Okay. Now let's discuss this. So we have 4 girls, A, B, C, D, and 4 boys, E, F, G, H, are sitting around the octagonal table. Now, no 2 boys are sitting adjacent to each other. So I will be considering 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let this box represent circle represent girl. Okay. Now, now if I have a boy sitting here, now who will be sitting in these 2 places? Boy or girl? Girls. Okay. So you cannot have boy sitting here, so you will be having a girl sitting here, then a boy here, girl here, boy, girl, boy, and a girl. Okay, so this is the meaning of statement 2. No 2 boys can sit adjacent to each other. So now this is the arrangement in which you can have no 2 boys sitting adjacent to each other, isn't it? So first I have determined the outer skeleton of the arrangement. Now it is also known that A sits to the right of E and opposite to D. Okay, so let me consider A is a girl. Okay, fine. So let me consider A here. Okay, A sits to the right of E. So E will be sitting here, and A is opposite to D. So D will be sitting here. Now F sits to the left of B. So B is a girl. So A, B, C, D are girls. Okay. E, E, F, G, H are boys. Now F sits to the left of B. Okay. G sits to the left of C, but not adjacent, but not next to D. Now where can we have G? Now let me name these positions as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Where can we have G? Which position? Quick responses, guys. 8th,
5, sir.
5, isn't it? Okay. G is a boy and he cannot sit adjacent to D. So he cannot sit here, he cannot sit here. So you will be having G here. G sits to the left of C. So C will be here. Okay, so out of 4 girls, we have positions of A, D, and C. Who is left? B. So B will be sitting here. Okay, if B is sitting here, F sits to the left of B. So F will be here. And who is the person that's left out? H.
H.
H will be sitting here. And this completes the arrangement from which you can solve the questions. Clear, simple question. So this I have introduced you that to let you know that if we have any number of persons sitting around a square or a hexagon, it's nothing but similar to circular arrangement. Okay, third question. Fine. Now, if every boy interchanges his position with the person sitting opposite to him, then who sits between C and D? Okay, so if every boy, so the boys are E, F, G, H. So if they interchange the position with the person opposite to them, okay. Now, so E will interchange his position with H. So H will be sitting here and E will be sitting here. Now F will be interchanging his position with G. So F will be sitting here and G will be sitting here. Then who is sitting between C and D? Okay, so we have E sitting between C and D. So the answer for this question should be clear, guys. Is it clear now? Third question. Okay, you interchanged girls. It was given boys, kada. Yeah. So any doubts in this set? Quick responses. Okay, no doubts. Okay, so yeah, we have fine. Can we take A to the immediate right of E? Yes. In circular arrangements, there will not be immediate right. Okay, because what is the now what is the position of H? Immediate right to C, or I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th to the left of C. Okay, either I can say H is next to the right of C or 7th to the left, isn't it? So whenever you come across these type of statements, A sit to the right of E, then consider A sitting to the immediate right of E. Because in circular arrangement, any person can be to the right of you and to the left of you. Okay, if F will be to the right, immediate right of D, and okay, if you consider in this direction, then F is also in the left of D, isn't it? So when in circular arrangement questions, okay, right means immediate right and left means immediate left. Okay, so which question? Second question, huh? Yeah. So if A interchanges his place with the person who is sitting opposite C. Now, if A interchanges his place with the person sitting opposite to C. So if A is here and B is here, okay, then who sits to the right of F? So we have A sitting to the right of F. Clear? Any doubts? Yeah. So G sits to the left of C, but not next to D. So whenever two statements are joined by and or but, this refers to the first person, because I can split this statement as G sits to the left of C and G is not next to D. Okay. So whenever you have but or and or comma, it refers to the first person. Clear, guys? Quick responses. Can I move to next question? Because we have one beautiful question here. Yes? Yeah. So we have 4 questions. I'll give you 5 minutes. We'll discuss this after 5 minutes. Okay. This is one good question. You need to go through statements very clearly and very carefully also. can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention, please? Quick responses. Yeah. So now let's solve this together. Okay. Yes, I want you to pay attention because if you can miss one step, then you might lose this. Clear? Okay, so the answers are DBDC. Now in this question, we have 8 students sitting around a circular table in such a way that some of them are facing away from the table and some are facing the center. Okay, so now we do not know how many students are away from the center. So this is again similar to the linear arrangement question that we have discussed earlier in this class. Okay. Now, so I have made 8 places for 8 students. Now, can someone tell me with which statement should I start this set?
Fifth statement.
Fifth statement. Okay.
Second.
So fifth statement tells us that H8 is an immediate neighbor of both H4 and H6 who faces towards the center. Now my question is, who is facing towards the center?
H8.
H? H8 or H6?
H6.
It's
It
6.
should be H6. Just now we have discussed who always refers to the person before him, before who, isn't it? Okay, so it's H6 facing the center, it's not H8. Okay, if it is H8, then it should be like this. H8 is an immediate neighbor of both H4 and H6 and is facing towards the center. So if two statements are joined by and, then it would refer to H8. Okay, because and here it is who faces towards the center. So who refers to H6? So we have H6 who is facing towards the center. Clear, guys? Is this statement clear? Quick responses. Yes. Okay, then what about H4? H4 we do not know. Okay, because if we have both H4 and H6 facing the center, it should be H8 is an immediate neighbor of both H4 and H6 who are facing towards the center. But here faces is a singular verb, isn't it? You cannot say I and him goes to school. Faces is a singular verb. Okay, so it should represent only one person and that too H6. Yes, H8 is immediate neighbor of both H4 and H6 who faces towards the center. So who is facing towards the center? It is H6 only. If you have both H4 and H6 facing towards the center, then the statement would have been H8 is an immediate neighbor of both H4 and H6 who are facing towards the center. The statement will be like that. Is it clear? 242. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So we have H6 facing towards the center. So we have considered this. Now which statement, guys? Now check for the statement where there is a mention of H6. So consider sixth statement. H3 sits third to the right of H6. Isn't it? So H6 is facing the center. So 1, 2, and 3. You will be having H. Now, do we know direction that H3 is facing? Yes, do we know the direction that H3 is facing? Yes or no? Quick responses.
No.
Okay. So how many directions can H3 face?
Two
Two.
direction.
2.
2. Okay, what are they facing towards the center or away from the center? Now let me consider H3 is, sorry, my bad. 1 minute. Yeah, H3 is facing towards the center. Let me consider that. Okay, now which statement should I consider? One, first statement. Okay, so H2 sits third to the left of H3. So if we have H3 here facing the center, then H2 will be sitting 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now can we have H2 here? No, isn't it? So H2 cannot be here. Now, what can you infer from this? What can you infer?
H3 faces outside the
H3
center.
faces away from the center. Perfect. So H3 cannot face the center. Okay, H3 is facing away from the center. So if we have H3 facing away from the center, 1, 2, and 3, H2 will be here. Clear? Any doubts? Quick responses. Any doubts still here? Quick responses, please. No. Okay, perfect. So we have considered statement 1 and statement 6 and half of statement 5. Okay. Now which statement should I consider?
And
Third.
Okay, H4 and H2 face the opposite direction. Okay, this is different. When you say H2 and H4 are facing opposite to each other, then you will be having H4 here. Okay, but the meaning of third statement is H4 and H2 are facing opposite directions. So if you have H2 facing towards the center, then H4 will be facing away from the center and vice versa. That's the meaning of that sentence. It's not same as facing each other or sitting opposite to each other. Okay, perfect. 10th statement. H1 sits second to the left of H2. Okay, now H2 can face two directions, either away or towards the center. Now let me consider H2 is facing away from the center. If H2 faces away from the center, H1 sits second to the left of H2. So 1 and 2. So H1 will be here. Is this possible? Can this be possible?
no.
No, this is not possible, right? So H1 is not sitting here. So what can we infer from this? What can you infer from this?
H2
H2,
points towards the center.
H2 will be sitting towards the center, facing the center. Okay, so if H2 is facing towards the center, H1 sits second to the left of H2. So H1 will be sitting here. Yeah, from remaining we can get H8 and H4, but you do not know H8 can be here. Okay, yeah, perfect. Now we can determine the positions of H8 and H4. Okay. Now H1, what is the direction that H1 is facing? H1 and H6 face the same direction. H6 is facing towards the center, so H1 will also be facing towards the center. Okay. Now H8 is an immediate neighbor of both H4 and H6. Okay, so H8 should be neighbor of H6. So H8 can be here. This is one possibility, and H8 can be here. This is one more possibility. Now my question is, can we have H8 here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why?
There is no position for H4.
H4, isn't it? H8 should be an immediate neighbor of both H4 and H6. Okay, here H8 is a neighbor of H2 and H6, which is not possible. So H8 cannot be here. H8 can only be here. Okay, and in that case, H4 will be here. Okay, and H2 is facing toward the center. So H4 will be facing away from the center. Clear? Now we are left with
8th statement.
H8, H3, sorry, H5 and H7. Huh? We are left with H5 and H7. Okay. Now which statement should we consider? Yeah, statement 8. Okay, H5 do not sit to the immediate right of H2. So H5 cannot sit here. So H5 has to sit here and H7 will be sitting here. And now we have the positions of all these 8 people. Now we have to determine the directions. Okay. Now immediate neighbors of H1 face the same direction. So H3 and H5 are the immediate neighbors of H1 and they should be facing same direction. H3 is facing away from the center. So H5 should be facing away from the center. Okay. So we have considered this. H4 and H2 face opposite direction. We have considered statement 5. Okay, this was considered. This is considered. Immediate neighbors of H1 face same direction. Then do we have any clue with respect to H6? Okay, perfect. Statement number 4. My bad. Perfect. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So immediate neighbors of H6 face opposite direction as H1. So who are the immediate neighbors? H8 and H7. They should be facing opposite direction of H1. Facing toward the center. So these 2 people should be facing away from the center. So that's it. And this completes the set. Now we have the position of all the 8 people and also the directions they are facing. Clear, guys? Any doubts in today's session? Quick responses, please. No. All clear. So we have discussed all types of questions that will be asked from arrangements. Okay. So 9th is not satisfied. Immediate neighbors of H1 face same direction. Is that not satisfied? It's satisfied, Gada. So H3 and H5 are immediate neighbors of H1 and they are facing away from the center. Both are facing away from the center. Isn't it? Got it? Yeah. So let's call it a day, guys. So how is the session? Did you enjoy this? Did you enjoy the arrangement session? Yes. So am I going fast, slow, or any comments? You can. Yeah. So practice questions from arrangements. Okay. Arrangements are easy to score. Linear last models were taking time. Yes, but you need to identify the only key in arrangements. Okay. So the only key in arrangements is to follow, is to determine the chronology of the statements. Okay. So let's have a question on circular arrangements using games and people attended like yesterday's test. Okay. Yes. Assessment 1 level found it difficult. Okay. Yeah, we will be discussing that in one of the following classes. Okay. So any other queries with respect to arrangement? Sorry, with respect to arrangements? Any other concerns? Just let me know. Okay, I will be online for another 1 or 2 minutes. You can post your concerns, otherwise you can leave. Okay.